What's going on, guys? So Jack S., or Jack Showalter, whatever his last name is, the rich kid, parents are doctors, ran off to Africa supposedly without giving any DNA samples or anything. This guy, he's now everybody's new prime suspect, right? And for good reason. Let's get into this. So on the food truck video, when the girls walk up, when the cameras first catch the girls walking up to the food truck, you have this Jack guy. He just comes in right behind them. It looks like he might have walked up with them, or he could have just been following them, or he could have already been waiting there just off camera. We don't know, because we only got that food truck video for so long, right? He could have been walking with them and talking. It seemed like they knew him. Like barely, but it seemed like they knew who he was, especially when Maddie turns around and points at him and apparently says whatever to him. Let's start from the beginning so I don't get mixed up here. So they walk up and he seems to walk up with them. Maybe he was already there, maybe not, but he seems like he walks up with them. They walk up and start ordering food and talking to other people, and he kind of stands back. He notices the cameras, he puts his hoodie up, he puts his hat up. They order their food, whatever it is they're doing there. Then they go over to the other side and they're standing waiting. The big guy, Joe, who's out, he's got TikToks. He's made plenty of TikToks talking about what was going on and what his thoughts are on the subject and what was going on with the Jack guy and the conversation he had with him and what Maddie said. But apparently, the girls were up there. He was talking to the Jack guy, and the Jack guy told him he's just trying to make sure that the girls get home safe. Okay, that sounds good, right? Like maybe he did just walk up with them from the bar and making sure they get home safe. But the girls are up reaching for everybody's food, supposedly. They're drunk. According to this Joe guy, the girls are really drunk. You can smell alcohol on them from feet away. He said one bumped into him while they were at the bar and he could smell the alcohol on him from her. That's a very high level of intoxication. Okay, if you smell that strongly of alcohol, you've either spilt alcohol on you or you've drank a lot. But he says that the girls seemed like they were really drunk. A lot of people attack the Joe guy for this, but I feel like all he's doing is describing what he saw. I think maybe he's taking advantage of the 15 minutes of fame he can get from this, but at the end of the day, I feel like he's just describing what he saw. I don't think he's trying to make these dead girls look bad. I just don't. Like, I think he's giving an accurate, it's college. If you go out to a bar while you're in college and you're partying, you're probably drinking. This idea that you can't say anything that might be perceived as negative about somebody is ridiculous to me. People drink, people party, people have fun, especially 20, 21-year-olds. That's when you're supposed to do it, okay? That's normal. Go preach on your mountain somewhere else and say it's not, but it is. It's normal to go out at a bar and drink and have fun and party and go to the food truck after, get something to eat and catch a ride home. It's not normal for a guy to walk up behind you, stand there, wait for you. The only interaction you have with the guy really is telling him F you, and then scurrying away when he's not paying attention to go get in the car with somebody else to go home. He notices, says, "What the F?" starts walking toward your direction, and then slants and goes away and goes the other way. But he lives really close to you. Very close. Like 30-second walk away. Maybe he wanted a ride. Maybe that's all it was. Maybe they said they would give him a ride, and then when the ride got there, they didn't have room. Maybe that's all that is. Maybe it's more. We don't know. But it definitely doesn't look good that night he drives all the way 5 hours away to his parents' cabin, gets cleared immediately somehow, and now he's left the country supposedly and went to Africa. It looks bad. And then the people saying that he's a hunter. The only reason I ever bring up that someone is a hunter is because they might have the weapon used in the murders. They could own that. It's a good possibility they would have something of that nature. To me, I'm a hunter. I can skin and gut a deer because I'm going to eat that deer. I couldn't go do that to a human. It's not the same. It's just not. You can't go put on that just because somebody could butcher an animal up, that they could do that to a human. Otherwise, you're buying your groceries every week from somebody who could kill you and cut you up and ground you into hamburger meat. Now, personally, I don't use a K-bar knife for hunting. I use a really small Benchmade Altitude. But a lot of people use different styles of knives, and that's a traditional knife for things like that. It's a traditional knife for hunting and the things you need to do once you kill an animal. The guy looks suspicious. I don't believe anybody should be saying he definitely did anything, unless you know. And if you know, you need to be talking to the cops. But he definitely looks suspicious. It's definitely cause for concern, is it not? I really wish that if this guy has been cleared, that the police could at least give a reason for why. What cleared him? Was it just that he was so far away by the time? Do you have GPS location that shows he's somewhere else at the time of the murders? Anything. You don't have to go into detail about this stuff. People are getting so confused thinking that, oh, well, the police can't release information because it could harm the investigation. Of course some things could. But things like this suspect was cleared because he was this far away at this time and there's no way he could have committed the murders. How's that harming the investigation? To say that he was with these people all night, he had 4 or 5 verifiable witnesses that he was there with them at that time and never left. How is that? We have him on camera in this location at the time of the murder, so he couldn't have did it. How does that hurt the investigation? It doesn't. But it would sure help the Jack S. guy if he's innocent. It would sure help him. It would help the families not feel like, hey, the cops have just cleared people and have no reason to clear them. It would help all the conspiracy theorists who think it's just about the money. But let me give you this hint of information about the money. I don't believe that these rich doctors have enough money to offset the entire booster club from the University of Idaho. Because the booster club from the University of Idaho would want this person caught. The people from the university, no matter which student, how much money their parents have, they want this person caught. They don't want the reputation that their students are not safe there. They don't want the reputation that it's not safe to go to the University of Idaho. They want whoever is responsible for this caught and convicted. I guarantee you that. This is not a situation where money is going to play a key role in getting somebody off, aside from the fact that they can hire a really good lawyer. As far as the influence of the money, there's a lot more influence in money against it. There's a lot more influence in money that wants the killer caught. I guarantee it. That's my opinion. You may have a different one. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel to see more, turn on notifications so you get notified when I post. Have a great day, and we'll see you later.